All right, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Okay guys, so I can't wait to show you this. We got the 70 jet back in. We got the new fuel back in. I gotta prime it, make sure the fuel is there. So I want to show you what we did here. This is the first time I've ever used this, guys. Remember that, so don't make fun of me too much. But I have a feeling like this is really gonna be awesome. So mind you, you can see it is pouring rain out. I'm pretty sure you can see all the puddles everywhere. So this is what we're doing. Boom, check this out, guys. I got myself one of these stationary things so you can mount your bike up. Pedal the tires, pedal the wheel for me.
Yep.
So as it pedals, it spins that counterweight and it's off the ground, so I can sit stationary and work this. I went and got the microphones real quick because I forgot that I didn't have them on, and I want to make sure you can hear me while he's recording and videoing while I'm on it pedaling like an idiot trying to get this thing started. So let's just hope this thing gives me enough momentum to get it started. Yeah, I think everything's good. I got it really tight. This is the first time I've ever tried this, guys, so wish me luck. So all right,
I'm gonna get close up on it.
This is live action right here. Choker's off. Dang it, it's weird. Like my foot started, it goes easy slow. Yeah. Fired right up. Boy, it was running really not nice.
Not nice at all. Smells better.
He's referring to the bad gas in the last mix that we just took out. It smelled horrible. That's one of the reasons why we thought we better switch out the fuel.
It's hard to do because it's not like it's not constant pressure. It goes easy, hard, and my feet slip off.
Want me pedal while
I need to adjust the seat too. My knees are bent way too much. That will help me a lot. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have. You'll see what I mean. When you try to go fast, it all of a sudden gets easy and then your foot slips off, and then it's hard and your foot's flying off. It's not easy to do. It's like weird. I wish this had better pedals or I had better shoes though, because my feet was flying off as soon as, because it's weird. You'll see. Let me try one more time.
Go ahead.
I know you want to try.
No.
Why does it want to stall out? All right, your try. It's definitely harder to do on this thing than it is riding on the grass or on the ground.
Yeah, because you got to try to not flip over.
It won't.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Give it some gas. Keep it revved up. All right, pull the clutch in and keep it revved up. Why is it doing that? Yeah. See? It's exactly what it was doing to me. That hurts too, right? It's like catch you off guard. Something's not happy. I noticed there's a wobble on that rim too, but it's hard to do.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's harder to do than it is pushing it on the thing.
Yeah.
It's not raining. I might just take it off of this contraption because it's not raining.
Right.
I mean, it's a good idea, but it's awfully hard to do.
Yeah, you feel it. You feel it when it was trying to surf. It throws.
It goes
your
easy,
feet. Yes.
hard, and then your feet fly off. As soon as it goes hard, you're pushing, and then it's easy. Your foot just flies off. Okay, guys. First, I hope you're getting this because it's not very bright over here. I might go get my headlamp in a little bit. It's getting later and later in the day. Unfortunately, I'm still working on this bike. But this is what we got going on. So I didn't have the camera on when I was just doing this, but I'm getting frustrated because it's getting late in the day again and this thing's not running right again still. And I don't know what it is about Bear and his bike. So his bikes always seem to fight me like crazy. This one fought me now and is fighting me again. And every time I turn around, I feel like I'm working on his bike, so I'm just getting frustrated. So I took the magnet off because when I just started it and I didn't have the camera on, it started, but then it honestly sounded like it was running half decent for a couple split seconds, but then it would all of a sudden pop, 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 and backfire real bad. So I started it up and it sounded like it had a bad backfire problem. Basically, like the timing's off. So I took the cover off and I took the nut off. And let me show you. Look at the play in this. Now, Like, look, if I turn it more, the chain moves, okay? Can you get all that in one shot? If I turn a little extra, you can see where I hit the mark. So this is where I'm hurting it right here. There's no chain movement. This is all just wiggle in the magnet. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've never done the timing key mod or anything like that. I've never played with the timing. I have had them where they move a little bit, and I've twisted it different ways to make it go, but I never actually paid attention to what I was really doing. I just did it to see if it did it, and it worked, so I just left it. But I never took it apart and tried it the other way to see the difference. So I really don't know if I want it this way or this way when I tighten it. I'm kind of feeling I want to retard the timing and go this way, but maybe I don't. You know what I mean? I think maybe I want to go that way. I am not sure, to be honest with you. So I'm going to keep this cover off, try it with it all the way that way, twisted, and we'll see how that works. Right now, the magnet keeps pulling it this way. We'll figure it out. All right, I'm just going to set you like that and hope you catch this. See what it does. And that's what it does. Why is it shutting off? It does sound better. It's not backfiring, but I still feel like there's something going on with a fuel issue or something. Why does it go vroom, stop and start, stop and start? It's backfiring like crazy. Like as soon as you give it some real gusto, it backfires.
Let me start it, and then while you working on that right there, see what it do?
I can't work on that. See, I think you're serious because I think you're really, you know, yeah, but I don't know if you're, because I think you're really that kind of stupid. So maybe you really think that's possible.
Bro, really? Oh my God. You know
Did you just
by
fart?
now.
Did you just fart?
No, I did not. You did. Is your mic on?
Yes. So is the camera.
Oh.
So I'm catching all this nonsense.
So it hurt me though.
Yeah, your dumb comment.
Alright.
All right, yeah, try it. You want to try it? I changed the,
Alright.
what you call it up. Just try to get her running, buddy. You don't got to try to pedal that fast. Once she gets going, pull the clutch in and see if you can rev it. Man alive, look at that. That's some white looking smoke too. Do it one more time. Smell it?
No, I don't. The whole town of Manville can smell it.
You want to try that one time? You don't got to pedal so crazy. Just see if it gets going. All right, try that.
As soon as I push the clutch in, that's when it turned off. I gave it gas, it was gonna go.
You know what I think? Oh, I'm trying not to think, but something wrong. Maybe the coil or the CDI. I think the coil personally. I feel like something's going on with that. I kind of feel like I should change both of them just to nip it and be like, whoop, no way, it's this. All right, guys, I gotta pick up my tools, put my tools away, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna talk to you and tell you why I am so aggravated at this present moment. So the last clip you saw was from yesterday. I had work today. I worked yesterday, had work today, didn't get home until it was late. Plus I'm exhausted today, to be honest with you. But the last clip you saw of the bike was during daylight. Pretty sure you saw it was running. I don't remember. It got dark pretty quick by the time we really got it running. You saw it on the little stand and all that. Now, it started backfiring and acting all stupid. What I ended up doing is I showed you I went and got this box. It had a brand new 12-volt coil, 12-volt CDI, put all that on. I'm not sure if I recorded after that. Started up, ran great. As far as, running goes, like it ran. It didn't idle because the jetting was wrong and all that. It wanted to stall, but it wasn't backfiring and all that other baloney. So I fixed that. I don't know if it was a CDI, I don't know if it was coil, I don't know if it was both, but it didn't do it when I had the motor together the first time. Remember, I don't know if you remember, I took the motor off the bike, I went back upstairs to fix the clutch and all that, put it back on, and then went to start it. And after I did everything, mind you, I did reseal the complete cylinder, had the cylinder off again, and did a whole bunch of stuff there, but I didn't change any port timings or anything. So what I really don't know. I'll tell you this, I'm extremely confused. Nothing is solved in my head. Everything is just jumbled and crazy because nothing is adding up for what. The motors are mechanical. It's fuel, spark, mix them together, you get an explosion, and therefore you get a running bicycle. This one is not that. Okay, so if you guys remember Freddie, the black and orange bike that I built for him, fought me to no end. Extremely frustrating, but in the end, it was running great, it ran great, sounded great, looked great, all the good stuff that you want. This one looks great after I got it clean from all the grease that was on it, from all the grease on the chain that he does, so that's a whole other thing. So cleaned it up, looks good again, got the motor on, got it running last night with the new CDI, new coil, so I have the old CDI and coil here. They both work. I could put them on, I'll probably put them on this motor. I'll explain that in a second. So after I got it running, we took it out, after I put the new coil, took it out. Now, mind you, the motor's brand new, has no time on it, so it needs to get broken in. It's a little slow revving up and this and that, and, I just wanted to get some miles on it just to try to break it in a little and just get some time on it. So Benny was with me. He rode it around the block a couple times. He's new to this, so he's really eager to ride him, especially something that I build because it's just got more power than something he's used to riding. There's a couple things. He's just happy to ride it and stuff because compared to a regular 80 or any of my bikes compared to like a stock motor is really different. Like I do port timing. I changed the port map and all that. It's a motor you get out of the box is nothing compared to something that I'm riding around on. So he's very eager to try anything that I say I put my touch on, which is flattering nonetheless, and awesome, whatever. But he took it out, and then when he came back, it sounded like it was running really nice. So I was like, you know what? Maybe it just needed a little run time and to be broken in a little. So I took it out. It was running great, had good pickup. Everything seemed great. It seemed a little bit lean, just a little bit. And I do mean a little bit. So I rode it back to where we were working everything last night. And I don't think I recorded this because it was getting really dark by this time. So we opened up the carburetor to make a needle adjustment. I was going to go down. I went down one clip on the needle to just fatten it up just a little bit. That's when it all went wrong. I don't know what went wrong. Changing a needle clip is like motorized bikes 101. So we changed the needle clip, put it back together, expecting to take it out and having it run amazing because it just came off a ride where it was running amazing outside of seeming slightly lean. And since it was a new motor, I was like, let's go a little fatter. I could have left it like that and it would have been fine. Mind you, yesterday it was like 26 degrees out. So if it was just seemed like, a new motor, kind of lean-ish, like it seemed good though. Like it wasn't idle, surging or anything. It wasn't doing anything nuts like that. It just seemed like it would have been, I would have been happier with it fatter because it's a new motor. Took it back out and it was literally like the moment I put the coil and the CDI on, acting stupid, slow revving up. You had to pedal really fast to get it to start. And I'm just like, what is going on right now? So I open it back up, see if there's something in the way, if I'm clogging it, this and that. I turned the choke on. I put it back on the stand. I turned the choke on and like a halfway while Benny's on it, giving it throttle. And it seemed like it started up at a slower. So we took it off the little thing, the stand, and he pedaled it with the choke on and it started up and ran and he didn't have to pedal nearly as fast. So I'm like, okay, so maybe there was something else wrong and maybe it was really lean and it wants to be fatter and that's what it needs. Because it did sound like it was lean by the way it was running at that time. So we were going to do a jet change. And then before we did that though, I put the needle all the way down and it was even a little bit better. But it's still like to pedal it, like you had to still pedal. Like you should be able to start the bike without turning the throttle. You shouldn't have to pull the throttle to get it to go. But when you pull the throttle and you have to pedal to a certain speed, basically it wants to start at around half throttle, and you have to pedal to that speed to get it there to start. And then once it's good, it will start up and it will slow down. And as long as you give it more throttle again, it will pick back up. But anything from like a little above quarter, between quarter and half, and below it was like a dog. It didn't want to do nothing, and that's a needle adjustment. That's not a jet change. So I was baffled. I'm thinking maybe there's something in the Venturi. There's something else going on. But then why did it run pretty much perfectly right before all that? It made no sense. Now, mind you, this is the 4th day, maybe 5th, I don't remember now. It's all blending together, that I've been working on this stupid motor, bike, whatever you want to call it. So I still have my bikes to fix. I still have Benny's bike to fix. His motor is sitting right here. Okay, from when he got into the accident, his bike got trashed, so I'm going to give him a bike, and we've got him some forks, and, everything he needs in his motor's here. I want to make this a 49 millimeter iron sleeve for him. But this bike is driving me nuts. Now, at this point of me recording this, you didn't even see all the stuff I've done to this bike. All you've seen is I built the bike, and I've given it to Bear. You now know that I went through so much stuff of the carburetor, having to fix the carburetor, it chewed up the plunger, had to change the case out, had to change the bearing out, had to change the crank out, had to change the top end again. I've gone through so much with this, so this is the plan. All that to say, I'm done. I am just done. That motor is going to come off the bike. I'm not going to give him a 49 millimeter iron sleeve. I'm not going to give him, I was giving him an iron sleeve because of what happened with the chrome lining and stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give him I'm just fed up, guys. I'm just fed up. I have way too much on my plate to be messing around with his bike every day, nonstop, after work, till late. It's 9:49 right now. And I'm about to start cracking this motor open to get it done so I can get his bike out of here. I'm not even riding Jokester because it's down. I got parts at the that I need for it. Well, I think I need parts. I ordered stuff I can't even go get it at the mailbox because I have no bike right now. I have tweaker, but that's even broken because the rack is broke. I just got so much to do. I got a guy that wants me to build him 2 motors kind of locally and finish one bike he started and do another bike for the 2 motors he wants me to build. I got another guy that wants me to pour it out ahead and mail it to him. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm not even soliciting motor building. People see my channel, people see what I do, people locally see my bikes, they see the abuse that I put them through, and I want to do all that, but I'm not advertising for it yet. If you catch me locally, I do it. If you ask me on here, I'll do it. Or Facebook, I'll do it. I want to do it. It's what I'd like to do full time. I'd like to get a shop eventually and do it 100% full time and make it my job because I enjoy this hobby and it's like a little passion for me. But I'm not advertising for it because I work a full time job and I don't have time to do all that and my stuff. And now winter's here and it's harder on everything. And I'm just fed up and I want to get done with this bike. I have too many other things to do besides his stupid bike. So what I'm gonna do is...
Okay, so you guys see everything that I've been dealing with, so I'm gonna just do a quick once over because honestly I just deleted about 40 minutes of footage that I'm gonna try to combine into a minute or two of me talking over everything right now. So you saw everything I've been dealing with this. This motor was originally basically a hodgepodge of parts out of my parts bin, and nothing was ever new. It was kind of a favor to get him a motorized bike and yada, yada, yada. Well, that is biting me in the butt because he's not mechanically inclined, and he doesn't really take care and maintenance these things outside of greasing the chain religiously to extreme extent, and everything else just kind of falls on me. So I need to give him something that is either extremely low miles or something that is brand new out of the box. So I feel like there's an issue with his case, and that's the thing I keep coming back to. I feel like there's something that I'm missing, and I'm not picking up on it because I'm rushing and I'm doing everything after I get home from work. It's late night and whatever. So I decide I'm going to grab one of the motors that I have on my shelf. Now, mind you, I've gotten a couple motors over the course of my YouTube channel. People have sent me to either just try or they're having trouble with it, so I can have it. If it's new even and I can maybe fix it and get it running, I can have it and whatnot and just put a story up about it on my channel. And, I accept the motors because I'm always down for more parts and what have you, and I always like a challenge and to tinker with things and play and see if I can figure it out. So one of the motors was given to me by my buddy Joey. It has a clutch issue to fix the clutch issue, basically I'd have to knock the clutch out. It's late night, so I gave up on that. It goes into the next day, and I decide I don't want to put a clutch from another motor in there because I want this to be all one item as you got it, not a hodgepodge of parts like his motor is right now. So I say no to that. I got another motor from my buddy Mr. Strood. He gave me a brand new motor. He couldn't get it running right. It's just something silly going on with it, but it's brand new out of the box pretty much. And there was another reason, I can't think of why it was, and I even tell you in the video here. If I would let all the deleted scenes play out, I tell you I can't remember, even though it was literally day before that I was messing with that motor. So 3 days basically has gone by since the last clip of me telling you this is what I'm gonna do, right before I started doing the voiceover. What it comes down to is, so this is what I'm doing. Well, actually I'm doing two things. I'm giving his motor, the one that I just built, one more try. Well, I'm giving the top end one more try, because I know the top end runs. I know it runs good. I know it's got all the power, and I know it's a nice top end. And what I wanted to do is put the 49mm iron sleeve on a good bottom end, so I don't have to worry about the chrome lining thing with it. I just wanted, in case something happens to it, it might score it or whatever, but it's not going to destroy the chrome lining and then he's, SOL. So I did two things. One of those things will be here Friday. If this does not work, I have a backup plan for Friday. Hopefully by Saturday I have it in my hands. I ordered it late last night. If all else fails, we got that. It is obviously, I think you can tell, it's a brand new 80cc motor. Motor only, because we don't need everything else. I was actually going to buy a different one but had an entire kit with it, but it was going to take anywhere from December 2nd to December 6th to get here, and this one said it will be here December 2nd. It must be local on Amazon or something. So I went with the one that's going to be here quicker. So I'm not getting all the extra parts, which kind of stinks because I definitely could use them, but honestly, I don't care. So with his top end kit, this is what we're going to do. This is the last draw. This motor here. You might not know which motor this is, but this motor is off the Mule. It's only the bottom half. This is the top half. I did a lot of port work to this, and I don't want to put this on his bike. I know there's some issues with it, with the porting and all that. It was really not even the port. It was the tune. But I think more than that, there's some other things that I really want to do with that top end. I really want to put an Oz Reed on it. I never really finished playing with this, and I just wanted to see that it's a really hot cylinder, and I don't want to give him that for a daily. It really needs like an aftermarket carb kind of deal, not a stock carb, so I can fine-tune the tune better. So we're going to use this bottom end one last try with this setup to get it on his bike, to get it done. Now mind you, it is Wednesday evening at 8:30, so if this doesn't work, we are waiting until his new motor gets here. That's right, his new motor. I might have paid for it, but he's going to pay me back for it, and he's not going to have any more troubles, and I'm not going to have to worry about his motor, bike, or anything anymore, because I'm just tired of it. And I know I do a service, but like originally I did all this for him on the cheap, and then with Freddie braking, where I put all that time and effort into that motor, and then put it on this bike, and then one thing leads to another thing happens, and then before you know it, it's just nonstop problems where something breaks and I'm hodgepodging it. I don't want to deal with all that, and it's winter, and I know he doesn't want to deal with it. It's not like just even me. I know he doesn't want to deal with the stress, so we're calling it. On a plus side, the new cylinder, piston rings, everything came in for my motor on Jokester. I don't know if it needs it, but we're going to say it does and be happy that it came in, because I really don't know if it needs it, but we'll see. Let me finish getting this cleaned up well, and let me get the top end off of this one, clean it up, and we're going to place it together, and we're just going to hope for the friggin' best. All right. I told you what was happening. Told you where we were at. This is where we're at. It is now 12:30. We have a new case. This is actually off of the Mule. The Mule was a brand new motor before I put it on the Mule and played with the cylinder and was just testing stuff and playing. So I took that cylinder off because it does actually have runtime on it. I put a brand new 49mm iron sleeve, not even the one I had on his motor, a completely new one. I went completely new grind, even less, more basic. The only thing I reused from his motor, because this one just didn't have it, was the magneto cover and the head and the exhaust. I don't have a bunch of stock exhaust laying around. I think I got a couple, but they're all used. I don't have a bunch of heads laying around, and I don't have a bunch of clutch covers. Magneto covers. Other than that, everything is new.
because it came off of the mule. And the mule, like I said, was a brand new motor before I did all the work to the motor. All I did was port the motor, ride it a couple times, never tuned it. Benny rode it around for like a week, and that was it. So I know the case is in great shape, runs good, but I didn't want to give him a used cylinder. Plus that one's a really hot grind on it, so it's not the most reliable. It's a little more finicky. It has to be really tuned out well, and I still have other things I really want to do with that. They're actually in the mail. So I put a new Bofang carburetor on it, which I really like these, to be honest with you. I still like the NT probably more because you can actually change the jets easily. I believe you have jets for this. They're the ones from the Predators, but I never bought any yet. But all in all, I really like. The only thing difference between this and the NT that I don't like is I don't believe this is screwed in. I never tried to unscrew it. The petcock, I believe, is just like welded in, soldered in, however they did it. I put a brand new magneto in it. It's got a brand new CDI on it. It is a brand new motor outside of the exhaust, the head, and the magneto cover. The motor, the case has, and I don't even know, it's probably got, if it's got 200 miles on it, I'd be really, really surprised. Maybe that's a lot to some of you. To me, that's a week's worth of riding. So it's too late to do it now. We're going to put this on his bike, and we're going to hope for the best. If everything works, then the brand new motor that's on its way will do nothing more than be brand new, sitting on my shelf. I need to get this done ASAP.